Bingo. I think I found this joker. I've been trying to get out here for like 7 years, man. It's not the easiest place to get to. Oh yeah. Is it intact? Oh no, it's burned plastic. I thought it was like some kind of porcelain dish from 1954. But bam! I knew there had to be an old road out here. I saw the dip down years ago, but man, some things you just can't see from the road. You got to go out to find that joker for real. Bam! Another old school tree of life. Probably around 175 years old. I knew there had to be another one wherever we go. Look at that old school ditch right there. This old school access road. High ditch. Ancient tree of life. I think it's a Georgia oak. It's not a white oak. But you gotta love it when you find them this big. Dang, bro. They went hardcore out in this place. Granite fence post. Ain't never seen anything like that. Man, come out here and recover them things. What's up, tree of life? I passed a large tulip tree down here earlier. You know, poplar. Humongous. Had to be at least, I'd say at least 125. Humongous thing. Oh, well, she's struggling a little bit though. We're here to try to protect you. I wonder if they would get better if we came out and told them how much we love them. But these things here, I ain't ever seen anything like this before. Granite fence post, man. That's something new. To me, that is. Ain't nothing like exploring. You don't ever, I see another one, another giant tree. There's gotta be some old homicide out here. I haven't seen anything yet. Oh, they had some big ones up here by the road. Here's one that just went by. Probably a couple of decades ago. But we got another one right here. Thank the Lord for these things. Thank the Lord that we're able to come out and find them still. Ain't nothing like exploring. But they know what I'm always looking for, everything. Wonder where this old school road leads to. Probably some trail, probably some new subdivision that was built back in 2002. Dang, got another one. Nice, cool objects. Thank you for this exploring session. About the same time I made it out here. 7 or 8 years is a long time to try to be making out someplace. You're gonna say, take the high road, man. That could lead you to some magical place. Probably some old graveyard, dates back to 1823. I don't know though. Hope you like my little exploring videos. That's a cool scene right there. Now this one's a white oak. Probably around 175 years old. If the trees are that old out here, then who knows what else is out here. Got some old school barbed wire. Let's hope we don't see any new tags, new ribbons on the trees out here. First and foremost, let's make sure we don't see any trail cams. Quite the discovery today. Sorry about that. I had to put a halt on some kind of weird pop-up came up on the screen. Said charging something something. I had to dismiss that thing. Charging unavailable. I don't know what that means. Yeah, there definitely had to be something out here substantial for them to use beautiful granite strips as fence post. For real. Well, I think I see something. Hold on. I'll go over here a little bit later. Thought I saw a pile of junk. And we have a pile of junk right here. Pile of stuff. Let's see what this stuff is going to be right here. Well, I see tires. Go figure. Someone probably dumped this stuff out here back in 1966. Here's an old school tree right here. It's been gone for a while though. There's a clearing in the trees right here. Yeah, this is just modern stuff, man. I'm not even looking. I'm looking at the trees and stuff. Yeah, look at that. Old school battery. Any Coke bottles from 1942? 1927? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it's going to be that kind of pile out here today. Yeah, it's more modern stuff from like the 80s. Why couldn't you dump grandpa's or great-grandpa's farming crops from 1881 out here? We'll definitely be coming by to recover them things. Yeah, it's quite possible people come out here all the time. Well, that's the thing though. If they did come out here all the time, there would be broken bottles out all over the place. Humans love to smash things, especially when it's glass. Imagine if there's like, okay, we're going to be looking for the license plate from 1981, 1977. Any kind of intact dishes that haven't been claimed already. Part of a toy right there. Yeah, you still got plastic bags out here. Hey, there's a window pane that's still intact. There's some copper wire too. It's always the same old stuff though. Yeah, there goes the light bulb. I'm looking for that one dish. I mean, trust me, a lot of this stuff is recoverable for later. But it's too new for us today. I mean, look at that thing. That thing's plastic right there. I mean, you could still recover it and do something with it, though. I don't know what you would do with it besides make some kind of altar piece. Some kind of cool object. Something for a garden, maybe. Still don't see anything. I mean, every time we come across a place like this, we always might be lucky enough to find that one dish that is intact. It could be a plate. Could be a glass. Could be anything. Look, we got an old school bike right here too. It's down here. Yeah, when you see the plastic stuff, man. Nothing stands out yet. Gotta make sure I don't break anything either. Some kind of grill. Or whatever you call those things. There's something I think is plastic though. Well, it's glass, but plastic top, probably peanut butter jar, dang. Things go deep, don't they? Well, that's cool. You're gonna say look for a date? Where's the Hot Wheels collection? Where's the marble collection? Yeah, this is old school, I can tell. I remember toys like this when I was a child. You know, you had that one little spot right there. That one little tab that you turned to open it up to put the batteries in. Yeah, that's old school. That's probably late 70s, early 80s up in here. Could be a little bit later though. Oh, dang, I thought that was a glass. Water's been in that thing for the longest time. I know I shouldn't be digging through stuff. I mean glass with no gloves on. Different kind of artifacts. You know, you always got stuff like this. Parts to sinks. Got the handle right here for the cold water. That's a cool thing right there. That thing would yellow in a heartbeat. I know there could be more stuff in here. Could be underneath, I don't know. If I chose to look, I'm going to have to come out here one day and just spend a couple of hours just looking in it, digging in it, whatever. Heavy duty gloves on. But I'm looking for that one thing that needs to be recovered today. Don't get me wrong though, that thing right there is pretty dang cool. I don't know how I would get it out of here. Definitely be cleaned up. Hold on, thought I saw something. Always got the hangers out here too. This is too big of a pile to be nothing though. There's gotta be something in here. I see a toy right here. I knew there was gonna be a toy. There's a toy right here. That is definitely a memento for my travels. Well, not anymore. The metal's so fragile. The wheels fell off. Let me go ahead and keep the wheels though. Yeah, let me add this thing to the pocket. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say if there's one toy, there's going to be more. You know that for a fact. Just like everything else. There's one of something, there's going to be more of something else. I know that looks kind of strange. It looks like a gravestone, like a headstone, doesn't it? I mean, imagine if I sold them things like that on eBay. Not like this, but what if I spruced them up, cleaned them up? They're plastic, so you can clean it up and spray paint it. It's not flaking or anything like that. And you can sell it as a headstone. You put the plaque on the inside right here for your puppy dog or something. A headstone for the animals. Your cute little animals. Yeah, there was something over here that I noticed. Oh, yes, an old car stereo. What is that? Oh, I thought that was like one of them coffee mugs with a silver lining on it, man. I thought that was something I could recover too. Careful, man. I know I'm going to bust something. Old car stereo here. Rusted to heaven and back. What if they left an old tape in there from 1984? Kool and the Gang or something like that. Looks like this is going to be it, man. If I choose to come back later and look around, ain't nothing like making big discoveries, new places to come back and look around. No, you saw that earlier. I did too. I think it's busted plastic, that plastic stuff. I think it says Rubbermaid. I know my labels from a long distance. Hold on, I'm looking at this thing. Kelvinator. I remember that. That's pretty dang old school. Like Kelvin. This is from like the late 60s, early 70s. Yeah, it's got that old school clock. This thing is probably from like 1966 or something. You're going to say you need to look for a serial number. Who knows what's under this thing right here. Maybe I'll lift it up and take a look. Yeah, let me go ahead and kick this thing around. This little thing, it says Rubbermaid, I think it says. Oh, sorry, little guy. Rubbermaid. Well, it is intact. I can always clean it up. Maybe I'll take this for another memento for my travels today. I love coming across intact dishes. It's that hard plastic stuff. I know it's not glass. Going to take a lot of time to clean up. Well, I found out what the clearing in the trees was. That's quite the shame right up in here. Boy. Yeah, definitely some old home site. But probably one of the oldest trees out here was just pulled down. Probably. Oh yeah, definitely. This year. It still has the new leaves on it from back in early spring. That's a very unfortunate clearing in the trees right here. Well, it's just good for new growth later on, but look at the size of this baby right here. That is one ginormous tree of life up in here. I know you're going to say, take the burl. You'll be able to make a few bowls and sell them for hundreds of dollars a piece. That's a hobby I can't get myself into. Massive. Massive tree of life. Probably at least 135, 140, depends on the species. Can't tell now what it was. Look at that waistline. That definitely is the largest one out here. Larger than the ones next to the old road. That is humongous. If it was a white oak, it would definitely be well over 250. Oh dang, it goes on for a while out here. Is this something I'm gonna have to save for later? Man, there's gotta be that one thing. It was probably back there with the broken handle. Oh man, piles of stuff. And some of it's quite modern too. When it comes to places like this, you gotta love it and hate it at the same time. Yin and yang up in this thing. Tires everywhere. Who knows how much more is out here? I don't want to have to come back later. Yeah, I would say there's probably at least one or two cool looking things out here to recover. Intact solid objects. Porcelain, could be glass, I don't know. I see another pile of stuff down there. Can't tell if it's bulldozed or not. Whatever it is, it's pretty dang large. We're about to go take a look. It's always nice to find glass objects though. Imagine this out here 435 years from now. And the glass is the only stuff that survives. And you find that, Joker. Boy, would you ever be rejoicing. Would I have rejoiced if something like this was intact? It's not going to be though, guys. It can't be intact. Well, that's a cool little bottle. I'm definitely recovering that thing. Probably some little medicine bottle. Never found one like that before. Let me add it to the pocket. I'm looking. But this thing right here, you know, I'm getting excited. You know that thing is probably broken like you would never believe. Oh, dang it. Of course it is. Of course it is. Man. Of course it would be. What's this? Nail polish? Super nails. It still has stuff in it. That's cool. Find that 400 years from now. Dang it. What a dang bummer though. There's nothing like finding things intact. Doesn't matter how old it is. You let nature hold on to it for a while. Pepe Lopez tequila. That would have been nice. Collector's item right there. Probably would have been worth about $10 if it was intact. It's always not about the cost. It's about the thought of it. The idea of it. There's nothing like finding it in nature though, guys. I think I have a plastic bag on me. Hold on. Garfield. All the things have been scratched off a little bit, but she's intact. Very cool indeed. So look at this shoe, man. That is a lovely pattern. See, that's what I'm talking about. The shoes to people, they're garbage. After you wear them to death, you just get rid of them. They all end up in landfills and stuff. But this is a different kind of landfill. This is what I'm hoping to discover hundreds of years from now, if it lasts that long. Imagine finding something like that. You talk about a different kind of Native American. The natives who lived out here a long time ago. That is a masterpiece. Ooh, that's a heavy thing right there. Yeah, we're recovering this thing right here. That's made of some hard material. I don't think it's plastic. I think it's something else. Porcelain or something. That thing weighs a ton. Brass or copper inside. That's a nice looking piece, man. Sanford and Son right here. Watch it be cool in the gang. Even better, the four tops. What does that say on it? I can't read it. Keep smearing it. Easier said than done. That's not a good sign right here. That tells me something. Yep. Oh boy, look at the pile over there, and it's going on 7 o'clock. The truth right here, man. This is why I'm always looking for the native stuff like this. Is it going to be? It is. I see this pattern all the time in Goodwill, Contemporary Chateau. I know if I found more of these out here today, I would bury half of them and just keep one. I always just keep one of something. I always keep one of something. All right, keep this too. Not keep, recover. Recovering and keeping is it's different. I know you want me to go over there to the big stash, but there's stashes all over the place. It's like all these little treasures and stuff out here. And I'm burning let's not say the midnight oil. See what I'm saying? It's almost like history repeating itself. Just different levels of human existence. Natives lived like this, but everything they made was out of nature. Hold on. Is that milk glass plate or a cup? Or just a Pond's jar? Probably Pond's jar. Well, it keeps going. Hold on, it might be a glass. It's busted. I can feel there's something. Yeah, it's busted, man. We'll leave it. See, we're looking at stuff right here that it would have been like that in the ancient times. I'm trying to see if that's busted or what. Yeah, it's busted. You can see where it's flattened down. Gotta leave it. Well, it's broken glass. Could have been a broken white milk glass piece from 1959. Yeah, but this is like the native times too. Imagine, I tell you this all the time. It's like the ancient ones 4,000 years ago coming across an old site that predated them 900 years. And they come across cool things and they just either do something with it or don't do anything with it. Copy designs, whatever. Take designs further to another level. That's all this is. Ancient times in the future. Oh, would you look at that? Oh yeah, we're getting closer to the old house, I think. Or where there probably was an old house. You can tell because there's some kind of weird structure with cinder blocks up in here. There is some kind of clearing right there. Dang, bro, this place goes on forever. It's like an endless treasure out here. Oh, dang. That would have been nice to recover if it was old enough. Hold on, there's something yellow up in here. Oh, it's a dang construction helmet. I thought it was like a bowl. Fire King bowl, man. And it's a helmet. I know I'm looking for that one cobalt blue dish. That one depression glass piece that's for decoration only, not to be used. Yeah, but places like this, they don't last long. They don't. I mean, it's danged if you do, danged if you don't. If you leave it out here, it just litters nature. And the only thing that usually gets done about places like this is what? It starts with a D. Development, of course. And here she is right here. Booyah. I knew there had to be something out here like this. They got softball covers all over the place out here. There's a concrete pad. There's some kind of structure over here, the thing that I noticed earlier. Yeah, it's getting later, man. And there's the bigger stash over here. I'm a dumbass for real. You're gonna say, just go back there later, man. Just go back there later. Thank you, Lord, for these discoveries. Just don't take it out. Now that I made the discovery, don't be holding things up for us. Just hold on to it forever, you know. Just get the ones out here to maybe make this into a state park or something. That would be nice. Clean up the garbage. Leave the chimney. Don't take the place out and name the subdivision One Chimney in Three Oaks. It's a weird looking brick. Oh, it's light. I need to keep my mouth shut. I think I'll do an EVP session next time I come out here. Uh-oh. Thank you for these masterpiece discoveries. Hold on to them for a lot longer. All right, almost 8 o'clock. What the heck do I get myself into? But I'm so glad I decided to come out here in the rain. We're so blessed to make such a different kind of discovery out here. We found some good things, place to come back to and say hi to the trees. Try to drum up some kind of dream for this place. You know, got the old chimney up in here. But the stuff behind me is not going to be as old as I was hoping it was going to be. That's because they came in from this over here. They came in from this side. Who knows what's further down there? Looks like they just made it out to the old home site and just dumped what they could. All modern from like the 90s, 2000s. Probably even later. was that one thing that they forgot about. That one thing that they didn't desire to have because it wasn't valuable or something, you know. And they just trashed it with all the other stuff. You know, just like the way people think about garage sales and other things. Grandma and Grandpa died. The youngins don't want anything. It's not their style. Let's have a garage sale, shall we? Sell everything for pennies on the dollar. Even this Limoges vase. This Bavarian vase. These matching fireplace vases from 1888. $20. We don't want it. We just want everything going. Plastic. That's not glass. How can I tell it's plastic? Because I know my stuff. It's been burned in a fire. Look at the top. It's been exposed to heat. What a crying shame. Another oldie but goodie. I think that's a black walnut right up in here. Thank you for dropping them nuts for the wildlife. They've been foraging out here. Oh, it's the other stairs I haven't looked in yet. Man, what the heck am I doing? There's places I haven't even looked through yet. Old school for real. But not old enough. The only thing that's old enough for us are the trees of life out here. Hold on. There's a glass here. Is it broken? That's a weird looking glass right there. It's not glass, it's some kind of decorative thing. You set it down into something. That's cool. Another thing for the stash. Whatever I don't choose to keep, I'm gonna take it to Goodwill. Man, screw you all on that one. Another porcelain thing. Busted. I mean, you don't always have to break things, you know. Dang, that's quite the pane of glass to recover. No, that's not an old crock. That's a giant thing. I keep running into these spider webs. I know what they are. I found out today. There's no lamp. You can tell that's the bottom of it. Probably 1990s, 2000s. Yeah, it's part of a lamp. It's got the hole in the middle. Man, I had no idea it was going to end up like this. That's my soul speaking it forward to nature out here. I didn't know it was going to end up like this. It's almost like every time I find a place like this, I have to apologize for the human race every single time. Sorry, Almighty, I didn't know it was going to end up like this. It's almost like they blame stuff on me all the time when I come out. This is your fault. Clean up the mess now. It's almost like, oh, okay, fine, guys. I don't know. I mean, from what I'm getting from some of the EVPs in our videos, I'm not going to call them my videos. Let's call them our videos. But one of the things I'm understanding from it, it sounds like I don't know. That's why I tell you about the garbage. There's something about the garbage that they don't like. They always talk about the garbage. Even when I'm not filming garbage, I hear them say it in the videos. Garbage over here, get it up now, that kind of stuff. But from the sounds of the EVPs, the tone of the voices and all, their answers, their complaints, that's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like they're complaining about the human race. I started thinking about that a long time ago. It sounded like they were just mad because the human race developed into what it has developed into, you know. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm... Oh, dang, man. I gotta get out of here. There's wild animals and stuff out here that could take us down. Look at me zigzagging like crazy. Still trying to find another piece that's stashed. And I think I found it. Let's grab that thing and go. Take that thing on the road, up and down the hills. Never mind. I found the gold for it today. Thanks for that one. Okay, we're good to go. Let's go. Let's get out of here before we get caught by the wildlife out here that doesn't want us out here. All we gotta do is find those trees of life. We'll find our way back to the road and get the heck out of here. Come back later. There's something about softball out here. Probably trying to tell us it's the game of life. Life of a human being. You got to play it right. And you got to make things right too. Because according to the ones out here in nature, something was done wrong and something terribly went wrong. Or something went terribly wrong that they want fixed.